After a little bit of a delay, again, I got just life stuff thrown at me. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm assuming that this bike has not had the cam tensioners looked at. As I've been kind of doing some things on this bike, I'm going to make the clear assumption that nobody with mechanic skills has really touched this bike. I don't know who added the 6 speed. I'm sorry, not the 6 speed, but the reverse on the transmission. But it must have been a Harley shop. But nobody else has really touched this bike in many other ways. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to video opening up my cam chest, and we'll take a look at those tensioners. And I'm assuming, like I said, I think it's got the spring tensioners on it still. I already have the kit to get that done. And I'm just very curious. And as far as the reverse on this, as you can see, I've removed all of my exhaust because you have to remove the exhaust in order to get the transmission cover off and the cam chest cover off. That 6 speed, I keep saying 6 speed, sorry, that reverse gear adapter on the transmission, I don't know if I'm going to leave that on because it ends up moving my exhaust out and it's causing a lot of interference and rubbing of heat shields and other things. And really the way that they installed that in the first place wasn't very clean. And well, I'm just going to have to evaluate that whole reverse gear, whether or not I keep it on this bike or not. It's certainly nice because this is a 1,000-pound machine. And if you're trying to push it backwards, I'm sure in certain conditions it's going to be kind of tricky. But amazingly, with the bike being upright all the time with the car attached, this thing actually rolls pretty easily for being 1,000 pounds. With that being said, let's just go ahead and get into it, and let's see what we got. All right, I got my drain pan underneath there, and start removing the 10 screws holding the cam cover on. And these are 3/16 Allens. This is the tooling from, I think it was Jim's tooling, and this is the tool. You slip it over the shoe there and rotate it to inspect the shoes. So I'll show you that right now. And there you have the shoe is pulled back and held with a retaining pin. And let me, I'm gonna move my camera, get it real close so you can see how that shoe looks. These ones don't look so bad. So far, just looking at the outer one. Really gonna move in here. But that's not too bad. You know, that's got minimal wear on it right now. I haven't looked at the back one yet. And of course, the back one, you're going to access it through the top of the cam plate. It's right there. It's right up in here, right up behind there. And the easiest way I found to actually pull that back off the chain to look at it was I take a Phillips. I'll take a Phillips screwdriver, which will the groove of the Phillips tip actually holds the little tang in place to allow you to pry it out. And I'm not sure if I'll be able to show that in a video, but if you've messed with this, you would probably understand what I'm talking about. I'll try to show you. So I left the garage because I definitely believe sometimes you got to get away from it to make a decision on stuff. So my shoes on that 2003, they actually look okay. I think technically I want to say technically, I could probably close it back up and run it the way it is. But I know in my mind I'll be probably concerned with it and want to check it constantly just because it's got the old shoes, the old tensioners in there. So I'm stepping back for a moment. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to go ahead and do the. I bought the Screaming Eagle cam chain tensioner kit, which is a new plate, new tensioners, high output oil pump, new breathers for the heads, which is, I think, just as important to mess with, given the chance to to do that, because I'm the one of the guys that will absolutely pull the tanks off, pull the old push rods out through the top of the heads and reuse them. Even if they looked worn, I would probably go back in with solid standard length push rods. But anyways, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and do that. So that involves next is I'm pulling the tanks, which is always a mess because, and I know I just filled those tanks up recently. My mistake. Oh well, now it's going to be lawnmower fuel. Pulling the rocker boxes tops off and getting into everything. But in the end, I know I'll give myself a lot of less worry as far as, you know, what needs done on this motorcycle. It's just one of those boxes you got to check off with the twin cam 88. You know, just eventually do this, and then you don't have to worry anymore. And you get the benefit of the higher output oil pump too, which is probably necessary with it being hydraulic tensioner. So anyway, that's where we're at. I'm enjoying some Knob Creek 9-year 100 proof. I've been really enjoying it. As you can see, it's almost gone. And I can't wait to try my next bottle. I just bought a bottle of Booker's. If anybody's had Booker's, that is Dragon Tears and Tornado Juice. That is some high test. That's high test stuff. I think this one I just bought was like 126 proof, maybe. Not as tough as my Jack Daniels, but this is this is up there with it. So anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in again, and uh, I'm going to end it right here with that because I've got a 5-year-old who's taking up all my time. So I'm just, rather than working angry, I'll just pick it up again another day. So until then, cheers and keep the shiny side up, rubber side down. Be safe. And if you got any questions, by all means, just let me know.